Hi everyone, it's Stephanie Steinbeck. This is part 3 in my series about preparing your home for the market. I hope you were able to watch the first 2 episodes of this. The first one was about decluttering the house and fixing it up, making upgrades. The second episode was about staging and cleaning and professional photography. And today, for this last episode, we're going to talk about actually selling the house and what that looks and feels like. So, at this stage of the game, we have done everything up to preparing the house and taking the pictures. And while you, as a homeowner, have been working on those steps, behind the scenes, I will have been working on preparing your listing for the world to see. And so there will be a number of pieces of information that I will be gathering from you during this process. For example, I will be asking you to complete what is called the residential property disclosure form. It is required by law that you provide to potential buyers information about the current known status of the house and any recent past repairs, or lack of repairs. And so when the time comes and it's getting ready to go on the market, I will be asking you to complete this form in accordance with the law. This keeps you out of trouble as a seller. Also, I'll be asking you for 2 other types of information about the house. One, if you are in a homeowners association or a condo association, I will be asking you to provide copies of those documents. If you don't have them and don't know where to get them, I can advise you on how to track that information down. And in some cases, I may be able to help with that as well. And also, I'm going to ask you for a copy of recent updates, upgrades, anything you've done to try to improve the property or special features of the property that you think it's really important for buyers to know about. So, for example, say you are a dog lover and in the utility room or the mudroom between the garage and the kitchen, you have a dog wash that's built in. That's something I would definitely want to highlight for potential buyers because other dog lovers are going to love the idea that you've got an easy place to give the dog a bath there. Or maybe you have just put all new carpet in the house. Maybe you fenced in the backyard or added a deck, or you have a custom closet in the master. And these are things that you want the online home shopper to know about your house before they even come to see it, to catch their eye and make your house be differentiated from others on the market. All of that information is stuff that I gather from you and include in your listing. Now, when it's time for the house to go live, the last few days, what that looks like is the photographer will send me all of your photo and video, and that gets rolled in with all of the other documentation I have about the property. It gets rolled into your listing in the Columbus MLS, the multiple listing service. This is the service that realtors use to post data about properties for sale. And when you see data on other websites like realtor.com or Zillow, it's because there has been some type of feed out to those other sources that originally started with MLS. The information on MLS is the most accurate information about the property because it's the information that the seller and the realtor provided themselves. Sometimes you'll see inaccurate information on other sites, but the information in the actual MLS is the accurate information about the property. So the other thing that we'll be talking about and confirming in that last week before closing, and likely we will have talked about it far in advance as well, is your asking price for the house. And I want to talk about asking price a little bit. There are various pricing strategies that sellers use, that realtors advise and recommend, and we will go over those in detail. That starts with looking at a review, a very thorough review of the comps for your home, so we can see what similar houses have sold for in the recent, 6 to 12 month period in your area. Okay. You probably have a sense for some of those things. If you've been watching property values in your neighborhood, your realtor will provide you with more data. When I do a review of comps, I do a pretty thorough spreadsheet where I sort of gather all of the data together and show it to you so you can decide for yourself what you think is the most accurate price range for your property, and how you can consider for yourself too how your decision or your thoughts on that align or don't align with my recommendations about your list price. You have all the data that you need as one of my sellers to be able to decide on the listing price for your home. So you receive that information. We confirm the listing price right before it goes on the market, and then the listing goes live in the MLS. If possible, I always like to have a coming soon period for your home where we're not doing showings during that coming soon period, but we are advertising the house to buyers in the market so they get a good look at it and they can start to schedule showings. As a seller, that brings a lot of excitement for your property, or at least we hope it does. And that gives buyers a chance to start scheduling showings, get ready for it to actually become available. And then at that point, when the listing goes live, it's no longer coming soon, it's an active listing. Um, then buyers will start touring your home. Those appointments are pre-scheduled through an electronic system. You have complete control over when the buyer comes through your home and you have advance notice. There are times where with a vacant property, a seller will say, I don't need advance notice. Tell me somebody's coming, but I don't want to have to approve the showing for them. I just want them to come at their convenience and somebody send me an FYI. We can set showings up that way as well. But for most sellers, the way it looks is you get a text message saying, there's been a request for a showing on your property from 3 to 3:30 today. Are you interested in allowing that to go? And you just reply by text, yes, you want them to schedule that showing. I have some final tips that I will give you right before the house goes on the market about how to make it look as great as possible. Also, I have some materials that I bring to the house for the showing period. I bring hand sanitizer and some signage, some shoe covers so people are not wearing their dirty shoes on your carpet. And then obviously some marketing materials about the house, and I come and put that lockbox on the door so realtors with pre-approved buyers can come through the house at their pre-scheduled appointment times. And then at that point, we just wait. The offers will come in. I do a lot of work to follow up with your potential buyers to negotiate offers on your behalf when you're ready, and then we go into contract. And so that's a general, really quick overview of what the selling process looks like. I There are so many things in this process that I just can't include in a video because they're different from house to house. Different sellers have different preferences. Different buyers will bring different offers in different time frames. I hope this gives you a general idea of what the selling process looks like before you get into contract on your home with a buyer. And as always, if you have any questions, I hope you'll reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. Selling properties is what I love to do, and working with families and working with individuals. And I hope to have the opportunity to work with you too if you're thinking about putting your house on the market. So any questions, drop them below in the comments or shoot me a text or give me a call. And I hope that you are doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.